Joining me is writer, author, and literary critic Bethanne Patrick. Bethanne, thanks so much for coming on. First of all, I have to ask you, books are back, right? I remember like a couple of years ago, I was downloading everything on my iPad. I don't do that anymore. I go to the bookstore. Is everyone doing that?
You go to the bookstore. Everyone is doing that. Books are back.
Why?
And I think the digital natives are leading the way. We're finding actually that Generation Z, if you will, they really are reading on paper again. They enjoy analog experiences, and they also enjoy bookstore experiences. They want to go to bookstores. Independent bookstores are up. In fact, I know one independent bookstore owner who told me that despite a lot of competition in her market.
From Amazon and
well, from other independent bookstores even.
Right.
Her profits have gone up year after year in the past 5 years. So this is a growth industry, even if it's very slow growth.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I've been back in the bookshop a lot.
Excellent.
What are people reading, where and why at the moment? I mean, we're in Washington, right? Politics?
People are reading political books. Now, a couple of things about political books that are very interesting to know. The sales shot up after the election, but they also shot up after the midterms this year. And political books are hot. For instance, this week we've heard a lot about Team of Vipers, Cliff Sims' new book about inside his 500 days in the White House. People who have read it, critics who have read it, say perhaps the seven-figure advance was great for Sims and his agent, but maybe not so great for the publisher. We'll see about that. He should bank it quickly. It's not a surprising book, but its incredible popularity shows us that political books are here to stay.
What about the people who just can't stand to turn on the news right now and it's all the politics? Is there a sort of escapism out there?
Actually, twofold answer. Political books, there is escape because there's Becoming by Michelle Obama. Talk about...
Which June, yeah.
Absolutely amazing book. There's Kamala Harris's The Truths We Hold, excuse me.
Who's running for president.
Who's running for president. So everyone go out and buy that because it's going to be a fantastic keepsake. There are also books about political concepts like Rebecca Traister's Good and Mad about women's anger and how it's affecting the political process. But you asked about escapism, and this is one of the things I think that is continuing to drive the book sales and readers' growth, the growth of readership in our country and in others, is that people want uplifting literature. People want books about, the little restaurant around the corner, about a person who is an underdog and battles. I mean, A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman has been a worldwide bestseller. But escapism can have different flavors. One of the big global trends, thrillers, they're huge everywhere.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about trends. Political thrillers as well, lots of spy stuff. That seems to be
spy stuff.
Yeah, especially sort of as nations sort of seem to be competing a little bit more than before. What other trends are you seeing?
Well, as I mentioned, the uplift lit, that's a big trend. I'm also seeing, but other people
Well, you're paid to monitor this stuff. I mean, your life is looking at books.
That's what I do. My life is looking at books. And I'm seeing a lot of countries begin to have popular literature where they didn't have it before. So countries like France, for example, where for many years literature was quite serious, Well, now people in France, authors in France, are writing more fun books, things that are lighter, things that are, maybe meant to appeal to a mass audience. And I think you see this around the globe, that readers do want, as you said earlier, some escapism.
Now, I'm not going to mention her name, maybe you will, but someone told us to throw away books recently. I can't throw away books, but what...
Do not throw away your books, Nathan. You are referring, of course, to Marie Kondo and the KonMari. That's right, the KonMari method. And with her TV show now, it's becoming something people talk about all the time. So some people took some of her words out of context and said, she says you could only keep 30 books. Maria Kondo says that we need to get rid of our books. Well, pull back. That's not really what she's saying. What she's saying is keep the books that are meaningful to you. If you just have a bunch of books, like for instance, if you're a serial romance reader and you have 7,000 books you're never going to read again, you might want to reconsider them. But none of us should throw away books that mean something to us, that we look at, that we love, that, in her words, spark joy.
Okay, we'll throw out the bodice rippers, but keep the Michelle Obama, is what you're saying. Patrick, thank you so much for coming on. It's always great to chat about books. We do it all night. Thank you so much.